Remember when I told you guys to pay attention to the patterns of the enemy? If you are paying attention, it's going to be easier for you to catch on to a lot of this stuff and how a lot of this stuff works. They're just like, okay, I was talking to somebody in my email not too long ago, probably a couple of days ago about this, and I was telling them about the fact that a lot of times people get caught up in some type of contract or demonic contract within the spiritual realm, basically, and that a lot of times it renews every 3 to 5 years or so. I would even go as far as to say sometimes it's every 2 years. Like a person, for instance, will get in trouble or go to jail every 2 years. Let's say that you went to jail and then got out, and then you ended up on 5 years probation or something. Usually, once that 5 years probation is up, the person will get in some type of supernatural weird trouble again, and it will set them back right back into that 5 year probationary period again. It's a demonic contract that's involved that meant to keep the person stuck, meant to keep the person stagnant and stuck into that type of world, into that system, into the demonic system that has been set so that the person never reaches their full potential, so that they cannot prosper. And it's meant to cause a lot of damage to guys, a lot of damage to the person's life, or damage to the person's reputation, damage to everything, y'all. Because I know that going to jail can hinder a person to a whole lot of opportunities. It depends on what area that they in and what they doing, but it can hinder a person's opportunities real bad. And a lot of times this ain't out of the fault of the person either. It's just that the system and the way that the contract works is that it renews itself ever so often. I remember when I went to jail, when I was in that system, it renewed itself around the same time every single time, y'all. And so whenever it had got to the point where when I knew that my time was finna be up for whatever I was up under, I said, Lord, it's something I already knew. I said it was something that was finna happen to where I would end up right back in that system again, because it did it every single time. And it didn't matter what I did, it just automatically did it like clockwork. And then it didn't matter where I was, that mess followed me everywhere I went, and I would end up right back in the same old thing over and over again. And sometimes when it do this, it can get worse each and every time. But y'all, what we do in this life matters a whole lot. It matters a lot. Like what I'm doing this year will determine what I will be doing next year, type thing. What I'll be doing next year is going to determine what I'm going to be doing for years to come after that. If I was in a system to where I was getting in trouble all the time this year, best believe I'm gonna be getting in the same stuff the next following year, most likely, until I break that stuff off. That stuff has to be broken off. Miss Williams know how to break that type of thing off. She broke that off for my life. Whenever she got rid of the voodoo and the witchcraft, it was also systems that need to be broken that I got caught up in due to the spell, y'all. Due to the spells that was on me. The system had to be broken. That's what it's meant to do. When you have all these different negative occurrences go on within your life, it's meant to keep you in that negative occurrence. It's meant to dig you deeper and deeper and deeper into that, y'all. So that it'll be hard for you to get out. So it'll be harder and harder for you to get out. This is why I said that a lot of times when a person is under voodoo or witchcraft, the longer it's there, it's usually harder to get off, because because of all of the negative occurrences and things like that that has happened and accumulated through all of those years. And all of that system has to be broken. Every system that you got caught up in while under voodoo or under witchcraft, every system that you got caught up in because of some type of generational curse, that stuff has to be plucked out, and it has to be a renewal happening. It has to be a renewal of your atmosphere, renewal of your spirit, your mind, everything, y'all, for that system to be broken. Otherwise, it's probably going to happen again, and the person usually just keeps going to jail, or they keep getting into this, or they keep getting to that, or they go through the same cycle over and over again until the system is broken. All right, God can remove this system. It doesn't have to be your whole life. It does not have to be for life. It does not have to be something that you go through for the rest of your days. That stuff can be broken, y'all. I believe that anything in this world has an answer to it. We just have to find it. We just have to find it as people. I feel like everything has an answer. Even a person who lost their legs, there's an answer to that. There's an answer somewhere for the person. They may have to get the false legs, the other kind of legs, I forgot what you call them. My great grandmother had them. Prosthetic legs. You might have to get the prosthetic leg. That may be an answer for now. That's just an example, y'all. But there is an answer everywhere, y'all. We just have to find it. We just have to find it. We just have to get it, and we have to hold on to it and keep it. But that renewal thing, it do happen, you know. And the person end up right back in the same cycle over and over again until they are broken free and break out of it. They have to break the cycle. And usually it's by consecration, repentance, deliverance, all of that. Deliverance, consecration, reading your word, studying your word, staying out of sin. The sin part is a big one. The sin part is a really big one too. We have to stay out of sin. And sometimes also it'll renew as far as sin too. Let's say you committed a certain sin last year. That sin is going to try to rear its ugly head again around the same time that you committed that sin last year. Only certain people know what I'm talking about with that, y'all. But it is so true. And this is why things have to be broken and pulled out from the root, y'all. It's deep. It's much deeper than this. But okay, y'all. Love y'all. Talk to y'all later. Bye.